Welcome back to the Mecca Media Morning Show. I'm your brother Mutaka Muhammad. This is your brother Albert Muhammad, and we coming at you with another banger. This is going to be winding down this particular study guide called "Rising Above Emotion into the Thinking of God." So we're not going to keep you long, but we want to come strong, family. All right. So with that being said, Albert, you want anything you want to go into there, brother?
No, sir, brother. Go ahead.
Okay,
let's go.
Real quick. I got these CDs right here, right? Got it. We all listen to music. So if you're gonna listen to music, why not listen to good music? And the sister is a powerful artist, in my opinion. Very, very talented. She's not no corny, what's it called? Gospel, rapper or nothing like that. I'm not saying gospel is corny, but it's something that you can actually listen to. Good beats, great lyrics, and but check her out. Heck of a Mecca 22, streaming on all streaming platforms. Same thing on all social media platforms. Heck of a Mecca, HECAVA MECCA 22, the number is 2. Check her out. It's a small donation for a powerful CD. So again, family, we're jumping back into Rising Above Emotion into the Thinking of God. It's a study guide. It's a study course that was given to us in the Nation of Islam by the Honorable Minister Farrakhan and his staff. But it's not just for us. It's for anybody that's willing to study it and get something out of it. So it's not just for us. And that's why we present it to you, because we believe it could be valuable, not only to us, but to you as well. Anything, brother?
Yeah, I want to say, first of all, as always, thank you to my brother Hiram and the Mecca Media Morning Show. I would be remiss on my duty if I didn't acknowledge the fact that our dear brother Hiram has allowed us to utilize his podcast platform to speak to the city of Akron, our people, and the citizens overall. And so, I'm honored and pleased with the opportunity. And if shall all be the will of God, Moses, Jah, whosoever you believe in, we can share enough information that will inspire us to unite under one umbrella, regardless to class, race, creed, or color. Thank you.
Good point there, brother. So all we're doing, family, is we're resuming from our previous show. So if you haven't got a chance to check out that one, check out the previous show first, and you'll understand what we're picking up from right now. All right, family? So again, these are the words of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. He says, we, on the other hand, are just the opposite in our approach to a problem. Instead of being guided by reason, our emotional reaction clouds our reasoning and distorts our judgment. We react to things emotionally first, and the power of passion dominates over reason instead of being called into service by means of reason. The minister further goes on and says, the propagandist summons the passion of the people by giving them a reason to dislike a person, a thing, or a nation. And we've all seen that because of this enemy's media. He uses his media, which is one of his most powerful weapons of war, against the minds of the people. Again, the minister says it right here. The propagandist summons the passion of the people by giving them a reason to dislike a person, a thing, or a nation. The elite, or those in authority, supply the people with the reason that summons the passion against the object of the authority's disapproval. There must always be a reason to like and a reason to dislike. He supplies the reason and then directs the passion. Those are the words of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. Anything you want to add on to that, your brother?
Absolutely. I want to first say, Brother Mutaka mentioned that earlier, this will be the last portion of this particular session, Rise Above Emotions into the Thinking of God. And as brother was speaking, I wanted you to know that coming behind this, mixed feelings and controversy, which I feel would be perfect, because as brother mentioned, in the programs we're offering, from the 10,000 Fearless to the conflict resolution and the self-improvement program, oftentimes controversy and mixed feelings alter our ability to outthink a situation before it gets critical. And so in this particular study guide that we're going to walk right into, as soon as we come back, in regards to the next session that we offer, we'll deal with mixed feelings and controversy. And I'm saying that to say, because I want to be clear in my mind and in my heart that myself and my brother is doing the best that we could to represent our spiritual father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and the Nation of Islam. Because there's so much misunderstanding and misconception about what our teacher teaches and what we really represent.
Yes, sir.
So it's important to me to have a conscious to know that those that we're speaking to have a general idea of what we're all about, because we have to be able to address these issues and problems that we have in Akron. And it ain't just with the police. It ain't just with the mayor. Okay, we got some serious issues that we got to deal with.
Praise be to Allah. Beautiful, beautiful, brother. So what I want to do next, dear brother, is simply read this closing letter from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And this closes out this study guide, but I think it's powerful. I'm not reading it to bore you. I'm not reading it to I'm hoping you get something out of it. I'm hoping we get something out of it as a community, right? So moving on. This is a warning. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. This is a warning issued by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He says, this study guide is in no way intended to inspire any brother or sister a movement toward polygamous relationships. You'd have had to get more into the study guide to understand that particular sentence. We didn't deal with that. The black male must qualify himself spiritually, morally, emotionally, and certainly economically to even approach this subject matter intelligently in terms of its practical reality. The black man's view of the black woman at this time is so underdeveloped that it must be characterized as filthy. Because of this practice of polygamy today, because of this, the practice of polygamy today would constitute the disrespect of the black woman through sexual promiscuity in the name of Allah God. The Holy Quran teaches that one wife for one husband is better for us if we but knew. If and or when certain aspects of the Holy Quran will be fulfilled by us, we will be guided into this. At this time, however, I warn you, and this is in bold, this next sentence is in bold. No one is to enter into this practice lest we fall victim to the restrictive law, which is the reality that Master Prophet Muhammad and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad have imposed upon the believers. Now that's specifically to the Nation of Islam. But I believe that one of the 10 commandments talked about what? Premarital sex, right? So we dealing with our underdeveloped mentality when it comes to our women. The aim of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the reformation of both black man and black woman, with special attention on the black woman, because as he said, quote, where there are no decent women, there are no decent men. For the black woman is the mother of civilization. The reformation of the black man must include a reformation of his view of himself and the black woman who is his second self. His reformation must include the removal of any and all tendencies to abuse the black woman and or to use her as an instrument of sexual pleasure without accepting the responsibility imposed upon us by Allah God when we are in our relationships with the female. It is out of the desire and will of God and the reformation of the male and female that he set up 2 independent classes for their instruction: the Fruit of Islam and the Muslim Girls Training and General Civilization class. That's it, dear brother. So I wanted to read that. I read that for a reason. Part of that is strictly pertinent to the Nation of Islam, and part of that is generally speaking about our male and female relationships. So I just wanted to read that. Did you have anything you wanted to add on, bro?
Sure. In light of what brothers just shared, as he made clear, 98% of that is really directed towards the Nation of Islam overall, people in general. Self-improvement is the basis for community development, and a nation can rise no higher than its woman. The value of the woman generally should be honored and appreciated despite her conditions, mentally or even physically. Okay, so the science in this is to really recognize the state and the condition of our women. Master Farah Muhammad came and made himself known in 1930 to that which was and is still lost, the black man and woman in the wilderness of North America. That's racism. No, that's not. That's reality. And our people are in a state of confusion and delusion today. And our women are not respected and treated and honored for who they really are, despite their conditions.
Yes, sir.
Mentally or physically. So we have these kinds of teachings to inspire us as men and even as women,
yes, sir,
to honor and respect each other.
Yes, sir.
Because how could a nation rise? Remember, the woman is the first teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can play machizo and macho all we want, right? She is the mother of the civilization. She is the one that the child will cling to. Okay, and so this is a reality. And if you're listening to what we're saying, you can always research and come and check us out on 1341 Copley Road, right here in Akron. And you can become more aware of what we're sharing with you just by tapping in and sitting in with us, learning more about what we're offering you in terms of self-improvement, which is the basis for community development. So, I just wanted to make that clear. It's not about being racist. I mean, at the end of the day, the black woman is a god.
That's right.
You can take it or let it alone. We didn't come here to water down nothing and sugar down nothing, to change the teachings of our Father.
Right.
Our spiritual Father. We come to give it to you raw, uncut.
Yes, sir.
That's all, brother. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Praise you to Allah. All right. So now this is coming. Now I'm going to pull out of the Final Call newspaper. This is the Final Call newspaper right here, family. And if you haven't gotten one in a while, get one. It's only a $2 donation or whatever's on your heart. Powerful, powerful newspaper. It has international news, spiritual news, health and beauty, current events. It has a COVID section. Oh my God, they got Mother Tynetta's article, which is a powerful, powerful article. I mean, it's powerful for only $2. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm pulling from. And I'm pulling from the Honorable Minister Farrakhan's article, which is the centerfold of the Final Call newspaper. All right, family. Now, interesting, because we started off this particular session talking about solutions, right? Solutions to the plight of Black America right now in the city of Akron, but really all over the world right now. But we in Akron, we got boots on the ground in Akron, so that's kind of where our focus is at here locally. So the minister did a lecture called A Divine Solution to Save Ourselves. And so I'm gonna pull from that, which is very interesting because we talked about solutions. So these are the words of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan in the Final Call newspaper. All right. He said, he says, it reads, America is on her deathbed. America is clearly suffering. And from my vantage point, America lies on her deathbed in dire need of guidance and a new direction. If you examine her vital signs, you will have to agree that you would have to agree that America is steadily on the decline. The root of her suffering is basic immorality and vanity, where greed, lust, and inordinate self-interest have become the way of life. Can we disagree with that? Can we disagree that the root of her suffering is basic immorality, vanity, where greed and lust and inordinate self-interest have become the way of life? Inordinate simply means it's just excessive, right? Self-interest. Self-interest could be a corporation. Self-interest could be a personal thing. Everything now is about greed and what's best for me. To hell with you, what's best for me? Companies think the same way, corporations think the same way, and we think the same way amongst each other. Moving on, when the desire for the realization of self-interest becomes excessive, which is what I just said, the first casualty in this struggle is truth. The leaders in this society, in their struggle to achieve inordinate self-interest engage in hiding the light of truth from the American people. Without truth, the American people are left paralyzed.
That's right.
Unable to constructively address their problems. Eventually, their only response will be to react destructively because their very lives are at peril's door. And they know not why they are in this condition, nor how to save themselves. Anything, brother?
I'm saying.
So the country could be facing revolution because in the main, the government and leadership have hidden the truth and will not or does not have a solution for the suffering and the root problems of the people of this country. Gross vanity, greed, lust, and inordinate self-interest have divided the country along lines of class, race, and sex. We live in one country with two realities, separate and unequal. One rich, one poor. One white, one black. One predator, one prey. One skilled, one non-skilled. One slave master, one slave. Classism, racism, and sexism are used to keep the people divided. And these three evils threaten to sink and destroy the entire country. America must deal effectively with these lines of division or face anarchy and revolution. Anything you want to add on, my brother?
Yes, sir. We are now looking at fire and cold. America is being judged as ancient Babylon. You can take it or let it alone.
Yes, sir.
You can hear the screams and the cries. But this is in scripture, Christian Bible, the book of Job, or Nineveh. Nineveh, thank you, brother. Verse 3 and 2. Read it. This ain't nothing that we're trying to spook you out or this is something that you have to know, that the judgment of God is present. We ain't seen nothing yet. If you think that fire in LA is something, you don't have a clue of what this God has prepared for Babylon the Great. We are in Babylon, America. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Praise be to Allah. Moving on. If the greatest political system is democracy and the right to choose leadership, and if only half of the people are participating in this democracy, then the people are demonstrating their gross dissatisfaction with their own leadership and government. This dissatisfaction must bring about a change. The question becomes, who will bring about the change? Who will offer the solutions to the problems faced by the people, and what kind of change will there be? How will you deal with a solution, a divine solution, a torchlight, if it is not carried by someone of your own class, sex, faith, color, party, or nationality? How will you deal with a solution when it comes from a source you least expect? Will you cast the solution aside or seek to destroy the bearer of the solution? Or would you thank God for giving you an answer to your problems and prayers? The Bible states, quote, "No man, when he hath lighted a candle, put it in a secret place, neither under a bushel, but on a candlestick, that they which may come and see the light." That's book of Luke 11:33, which is kind of what we're trying to do here, dear family, is we trying to not hide behind a bushel based upon what we've been given, but put it out in the light for all to see. They can make a conscious decision to accept it and live, or reject it and face the consequences. And so real quick, it is the purpose of the wickedly wise to hide the truth so that the people won't see a way to get themselves out of their present circumstance. So those who rule can continue to dominate and subjugate the people to feed their own lusts and greed. I submit to you that this is a dangerous time to play with the people and their earnest desire for liberty. It's a dangerous time to play with a people whose hunger and thirst is for justice and truth. Like Aaron and Moses were unto Pharaoh, I humbly state that I am here, this is the minister talking, as a student and helper of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad to tell the truth. We, the followers of Elijah Muhammad, are here to demonstrate our love for our people and our concern for the worsening condition of America and its people, whether the people of America feel the need to reciprocate or not. I am here to present a torchlight that is intended to save ourselves as well as America, if she will take heed. And so that, family, concludes our session on rising above emotion into the thinking of God. And so again, if you would like to, if you have any questions, if you want to join on, if you want to join on in any of the aspects that we've presented in regards to 10,000 Fearless, self-improvement, or conflict resolution, please reach out to us at 330-300-8144. Again, the number is 330-300-8144. We're not worried about what God you believe in. We're not worried about how, if you're rich or poor, color, class, creed, gender. We're not worried about that. We're trying to come together under one umbrella, and that's making our community a safe and decent place to live. I don't care about your denomination, what church you go to, who's, what's your mama's church. None of that matters, because those are all just lines of division that the enemy has put in our community to keep us divided. Divide and conquer is one of the oldest war strategies in the world. And as long as we stay divided, we will stay conquered, family. Right. So with that being said, anything you want to close us out with, Brother Albert?
No, sir. Yeah.
All right, with that being said, family, we will see you same time, same channel. Again, big thanks to our brother Hiram. And so we'll see you soon, family. Assalamu alaikum.
Do you have an event that's coming up? Or you have a business that you would like to promote? Well, AkronHipHop.com is the place for you to promote your event or your business. You can contact us at 330-937-2632. Allow us to get your face in the place and out to the community